Welcome, valued guest, to the Char Chill Grill, the R&R region's one and only overnight restaurant experience. How do you find yourself this evening? Excellent. I'm so happy to hear that. I can see that you've already snuggled cozily into your bed this evening. Perfect. Well, I am Paul. I'm here to assist you in any of your relaxation needs. Might I take that Pokeball there from you first? Excellent. Allow me. Not to worry. I will take great care. Might I ask what Pokemon you've chosen to bring along with you for your stay? Your starter Pokemon. Well, we are so honored that you chose to bring such a valued Pokemon along with you for this relaxation evening. Have you been with us here before at the Char Chill Grill? It's your first time. Well, I assure that you are in for a relaxing and memorable evening. Not only do you get to enjoy your wonderful food in this very cozy bed and ambiently lit room, but we also have a variety of relaxation material and entertainment to choose from. We have a variety of movies, TV shows. We can just bring in a nice TV here for you and have a nice lo-fi experience. We can change the lighting, music, sound effects, anything. If you would like to maybe sleep to the gentle sound of rain, we can definitely accommodate that. And we also have a plethora of video games and other things to allow you to just drift off and unwind. So please don't hesitate to ask, and I'm sure we have something that could suit your needs. Excellent. Well, I will just place your Pokeball there on your nightstand, so just allow me. Just there. All right. So the next thing that I would like to provide you is a very special and very comfortable pillow. So allow me. We have our Charmander themed pillows, of course, modeled after our founder and mascot, Sir Charmander, who established this business with the last penny that he had saved up and has grown it to what it is today, made with patented memory foam and other proprietary materials. This is one of the most comfortable pillows that you can possibly lay your head on, and you will only find it here at the Char Chill Grill. So we do hope that you enjoy the plush and premium cushion that's offered, and hopefully it allows you to experience one of the most relaxing nights of sleep that you've ever had. So please allow me to place it just gently under your head there and allow you to sink into the comfort that it allows. So allow me, just going to bring that on that side, just ever so slightly lift your head and back down. Thank you. All right, now let's go ahead and get that first drink order. What's that? You would like to have the lighting adjusted? Allow me, not a problem at all. We have a variety of colors and ambient dynamic scenes that can be created. We can have the flickering of the moonlight, the changing from subtle greens and blues to mimic rain. Is there something that you have in mind, or would you perhaps care for a color sample? A sample, excellent. Well, let's start with, perhaps we have a soft orange now. Let's start with a subtle yellow. Notice the gentle change and the subtle shift in tone. Perhaps not that one. Maybe let's take a green. How does that feel? Does it remind you maybe of a gentle and relaxing rainforest, something like that, or the dew left after a cool spring morning? Not feeling the green, okay. Perhaps a light blue. How about that? It almost mimics the feeling of being next to the ocean side. You can almost hear the sounds of the waves crashing on the shore and gently washing over the sand and perhaps cooling your feet as you press your toes into the sand. Let's try something else. Maybe a bit darker blue, perhaps bringing that down to more of a ocean depths, the feeling of the coral reef around you. The aquatic life is curious, but keeping a modest distance from you as you sink into those bubbles around you. Maybe let's try a bit of a violet. Just a more gentle hue of purple, almost purplish pink. Maybe a sunset reminds you of, or the deep hues of a midnight moonlight. You liked the darker blue, not a problem. One of my personal favorites. I think you've made a great decision. This is quite relaxing, and I feel like really pulls you into that deep sleep. So, an excellent choice. Now, let's go ahead and get that drink order, shall we? We have a plethora of beverages, both more hard beverages, soft drinks, waters, of course, crystal clear spring water, as well as moo milk, as per usual for most restaurants in the region, and a variety of teas. You would like a bit of coffee, decaf coffee, a wise choice for the late evening here, and I think usually pairs nicely with most meals. Right? Is there a particular region that you would like that coffee sourced from? Excellent. The Hoenn Coast. A bold, rich flavor with hints of fruit. And you can almost taste that burning sun of the Hoenn region coast there. All right. I will go fetch that, and we will have that here for you shortly. Please do relax. I will be back in just a brief moment. And here we are. This is one of our finest Kalos pressed coffees, so I do hope that you enjoy it. Would you allow me to place the tray here? Excellent. Thank you so much. All right, so we have our Kalos pressed coffee here. I do hope you enjoy it. And there we are. The finest Hoenn Coast sourced decaf coffee. Kalos pressed, as usual. Please do enjoy. And, of course, please do inform me as soon as you require a refill, and I will oblige as soon as humanly possible. So, let's go ahead and set this coffee to the side, and let's get on with your next order. Now, before we get started with your food order, might I provide you or fetch you a bit of entertainment to enjoy as you wait for your food to be prepared? Of course, we have, like I stated, we have a plethora of options. We have several movies that I think would be quite relaxing. We have documentaries from various regions across the world, as well as nature documentaries about various species of Pokémon, entertainment, or, of course, pop culture, as well as a plethora of books, encyclopedias, if you would care to indulge in a bit of higher learning. And we also have a wide variety of video games and Pokemon trainer simulations. You would care for one of the simulations. Excellent, excellent choice. Let me just go ahead and prepare to take that order. All right, and what simulation strikes your fancy? Of course, I have a few options. Is there a particular region that you would like to simulate from? Of course, these games take you through what it would be like to be a trainer in that region and, in a way, help practice your Pokemon moves and training various and raising various Pokemon, as well as get you accustomed to the routes and areas in that particular region. You would care to learn a bit about the Unova region. I do think we have a few simulations from that region. Excellent, okay. And, right. Is there a particular handheld device that you prefer to simulate your games on? Oh, excellent, the dual screen. Not a problem, we have many here available. All in pristine condition, of course. All right. Perfect. Well, let me go ahead and just get that taken care of for you quickly, and I will be right back with your entertainment. How is your coffee? Bold and rich. Well, I thought it would be, and I'm so happy to hear that you're enjoying it. I will be right back. And here we are, my friend, your entertainment for the evening. We have a very finely hand-picked selection by none other than yourself. Pokemon simulation from the Unova region. This particular simulation is titled Pokemon White version. This is a favorite from that region and one of my personal hand-picked options if I were to select one for myself in this sort of relaxing event in which you find yourself, as well as the dual screen simulation handheld device. So a very, very, very good selection by you, and I must say you have very exquisite taste. The white version of Pokemon simulation is one of the more, I would say, grounded in reality versions of these simulations. So some of these simulations are a bit more fantastical and can deviate quite a bit from what you might actually find as a real-life Pokemon trainer, as you are very well aware. But this one, I think, will give you a very good idea of what it would be like to train in the Unova region. So if you ever do travel there, I think you will find the time spent this evening training in this simulation well worth it. So an excellent, excellent decision. I'll just place that here. We also have the dual screen handheld device, perfectly charged and capable of hours and hours of enjoyment. Of course, if you do find yourself running out of battery, please just let me know and I will get a fresh one sent to you immediately. Alright, let's go ahead and get that game all set up here for you. We wouldn't want you to have to do any sort of unenjoyable activities such as setting up your own game, so we will just place that directly in the slot there, and here you are. Please do enjoy. And like I said, let me know if there are any other simulated games that you would like to partake in, or if there are any other forms of the virtual entertainment that you require. Alright, let me set this to the side and we will get on with that food order. Excellent. So, now on to the moment that most trainers look forward to the most. We have the patented and very famous Char Chill menu. Now, this is a menu that shows all of our various options and entrees, starters, as well as the house specials. The house specials are at a slightly discounted price, but that does not mean that, of course, they are lacking in quality or premium nature. That just means that we are serving a deal on some of our favorite dishes to prepare and serve. So I will go over the house specials first, if you don't mind. Of course, like I said before, all of our food is perfectly prepped and served by our 5 Jirachi Star chefs that we have, and I assure you, you will not find finer chefs in all of the R&R region. Now, the first special that we have, of course, is our house soup. We do have 3 available options that I can take you through and let you choose from. If indeed you would like to go with the house soup, it is $12.99, and I would highly recommend it. We also do have our bok choy saute. It's served in a bit of a sauce that is both tangy and challenging, so if you would care for a bit bolder flavor, then the bok choy saute might be the perfect option for you. For our traditional starters, we do have the sourdough toast. I must also inform you that any of the house specials do come with 1 free starter. So we have the sourdough toast, which is exquisitely toasted. It does also come with a variety of jams and preserves that you can choose from. We also do have a house spinach dip. It's extremely delicate on the palate and as smooth as a spinach dip can possibly be. We also do have the Sino salad. That is salad sourced from the Sino region, so it does have that mountainous and rugged texture with a bit of extra crunch from your traditional salads, and quite delicious. It can be served, of course, with a variety of dressings. Excellent. The traditional entrees are some of our most famous dishes here. We have the Duat's clam chowder. And might I, of course, draw attention to the obvious. These do not indicate that Pokémon are used in any of the preparation. They are just named after specific Pokémon. We have Duat's clam chowder, of course. It is, as you guessed it, a Unova-based dish from the coastal waters, and of course comes with some of the finest clams and has quite a creamy overall palate, and I think is one of the more, I would say, milder in terms of seasoning dishes that we have. We also have the semi-sage sizzler. This is, of course, the premium meat that we have to offer, and is served with a side of collard greens that I think will both make you feel as though you are having something a bit adventurous, but also like you've had it before. That perfect blend of trying something new as well as comfort food. I can highly recommend it as well. We also do have the Tatsugiri Deluxe, which this is our blend and almost sampler of our famous sushi that's sourced directly from the R&R region here. It's actually fished and collected right off the coast of Sunken Port, but I assure you there are no ghost Pokemon involved. So, is there anything there that would strike your fancy or stood out to you? Excellent. Just allow me to get my book here, and I will get that order taken. All right. You'll take the house soup, an excellent choice, and might I say, pairs nicely with a relaxing evening beneath the comforter here. Pillow gently under your neck and just sipping the warm, almost rejuvenating nature of that soup. House soup. And I will bring those 3 samples for you to choose from in just a moment. And for your starters, you'll take the sourdough toast. Excellent. Any jams or preserves? No. Excellent. Sometimes the taste of the sourdough is so rich that no topping is required. Perfect. All right. Is there anything else that I can get you? Excellent. Well, I will inform our chefs to begin your order immediately. We will go ahead and get your menu here put away. And I will fetch those 3 options for that soup for you to choose from. Just a moment. And here we are, my friend, with 3 delectable soup options that I will take you through. Would you care if I set this down? Thank you. So the first soup option that we have is our world famous chunky Charmander. Now this is the spiciest option of the three. This has a proprietary blend of spices, peppers, cayenne, and all things spice. So if you would care for a bit of heat with your soup, then the chunky Charmander would be an excellent choice. The chunky portion of the name also lends itself to the large chunks of meat and vegetables. This is more of a, I would say, a medium-based soup that has a kick of spice, but just enough sweetness to it that it keeps it enjoyable but challenging. Excellent, yes, and it's one of my personal favorites. Next we have the Jigglypuff Jambalaya. This has more of that coastal flavor, and you'll know it when you taste it. This is, I would say, the most hearty soup that we have. It's the thickest and has the largest selection of mixed vegetables in it. It also has a bit of that southern spice, so you can almost taste a bit of that sea salt as well as some of those spices and, I would say, Creole taste that you are accustomed to tasting on your palate when visiting some of our coastal southern regions. This, I would say, is the fullest soup we have, so if you have the largest appetite or have an extra empty stomach, this would be perfect. And the last soup that we have is our lightest option. This is the Mew Mince soup. This is a creamy base and has delicately placed and very thinly sliced vegetables with hints of onion as well as leek that I think you will find extremely satisfying. This is a vegetarian option, so extremely light and delicate. And if perhaps you have a more of a sensitive stomach or just need a bit of a top off on your appetite, this would be a perfect soup and pairs very nicely with the bread option that you chose for your starter. So are there any of the three soups that really strike your fancy? Right, we have spicy, we have the fuller, as well as the lighter soups. You'll take the chunky Charmander. Excellent. Up for a challenge and quite the appetite. That is a wonderful choice. I will inform the chefs to begin on your meal immediately. All right, one moment, please. All right, as your chefs prepare your meal, is there anything else that you would require? No? How is your simulation game? Excellent. You went with Oshawott, a wonderful and popular choice for the Unova region. Well, please do just give me a buzz on your call light there if you would require anything, and I will be with you shortly. I'll have that soup out to you as soon as it's ready. All right, it should just be a few moments, so please enjoy. And my valued guest, in the quickest of fashions, your soup and toast has been prepared. So, if you would allow me to set this tray down one more time. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get this soup here for you. As you can see, we have a very delicately prepared chunky Charmander soup in our very relaxing and woodland themed bowls. We have your sourdough toast there, 2 slices, and might I suggest that it's very delicious to be dipped inside the soup before you take a bite. So, or if you would like to just eat it and enjoy the taste of the sourdough, that is perfectly acceptable as well. But one thing that I would like to bring your attention to is the nature of the soup here. As you can see, we have a nice blend of chunks as well as the noodles, and some of those noodles, it's quite amusing, are shaped like various Pokémon or Pokeballs, so it's something that we think just provides a bit of enjoyment and humor as you enjoy a deliciously prepared bowl of soup. So I will just stir this briefly for you. It's quite hot, so please do take care. I will try to stir some of that heat up just a bit. That way, it's not too shocking when you take your first bite, because I know how eagerly most guests are waiting to have that first taste. So let me just get a few stirs here. All right. Well, I will leave the tray here, so please just place the empty plate and bowl here on the tray when you are finished. Hit your call light and I will be by to retrieve them. Excellent. Well, I do very much hope, and I'm very confident that you will enjoy your chunky Charmander soup as well as your sourdough toast, but thank you so much for choosing us for your relaxing evening and stay. And please don't hesitate to ask if there are any other items or entertainment that I can acquire for you, or any other additional orders for your food, or refill on your coffee, or any additional beverages. All right, well, I will be around all night, so don't hesitate to buzz at any time of the evening. Perfect. Well, please enjoy your food, and if you happen to drift off, then sweet dreams. Take care.